So hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about the CRISPR-Cas9 system. CRISPR stands for the clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats and Cas9 is the CRISPR associated protein 9. So firstly it was discovered in a bacteria. If we see the bacterial genome, there are repeats and the spacer sequences. These repeats are the palindromic repeats here. What are the palindromic repeats? If you read the sequence from 5' to 3' direction in one strand and opposite in the another strand, then 5' to 3' in this direction and 5' to 3' in this direction, then both will be read as same. So those sequences are known as palindromic sequences. Then the spacer sequences here are the unique viral sequences. So bacteria uses this system as an adaptive immune system to defend against the viral infection. Now how the bacteria is able to defend itself from the viral infection, we will understand this mechanism with the help of a diagram. So when the bacteriophage infects the bacteria, what happens that only the genetic material of that bacteriophage will be injected into the bacterial cell. So this orange one is the viral genetic material that is getting inside the bacterial cell. Now the next step will be that this viral DNA will incorporate or will integrate into the bacterial genome at a specific site known as the CRISPR site. So it will integrate into the bacterial genome. This blue one is the bacterial genome. Now this stored viral sequence is known as the spacer. Now it will be known as the spacer sequence, and now it will act like a memory of the past infection. So similarly the bacterial genome will have similar kind of repeats and spacers whenever the virus infection occurs. So that will, like, each spacer will correspond to a past viral infection. Suppose another viral infection occurs. Now how this spacer sequence will help? Another viral infection occurs. When a new viral infection occurs, what happens that the bacteria will transcribe this stored viral DNA into a short RNA, and this RNA will be known as the CRISPR RNA. So the transcription occurs. This viral spacer will be transcribed. This viral DNA will be transcribed into a short RNA sequence known as the CRISPR RNA. Now this CRISPR RNA contains the sequence that are complementary to this invading virus genetic material. ये जो CRISPR RNA है ना, इसके पास में complementary sequence होगी. इसके पास में complementary sequence होगी किसके? Corresponding to this new जो अंदर virus enter किया है invading virus genetic material के complementary sequence होगी. So अब next step क्या होगा? CRISPR RNA will bind to the Cas9. CRISPR RNA Cas9 के साथ में bind करेगा और एक complex बनाएगा जिसको कि हम CRISPR complex बोलेंगे. So that CRISPR complex, that Cas9 CRISPR RNA complex will recognize and will bind to the complementary viral DNA, this matching viral DNA. And what will happen? This Cas9 is the endonuclease. It will cut the viral DNA at the specific location, making the virus inactive, and the virus will not be able to replicate inside the bacteria. So in this way, the bacteria will prevent the virus from hijacking the bacterial cell and ultimately destroying the viral genome. So this is how the bacteria is using the CRISPR system for its defend. Now, how can we use this CRISPR system, CRISPR-Cas9 system, in genome editing? Like how we can use it, what is the application of it? So let's dive into that. Firstly, let's have a look on the components of the CRISPR-Cas9 system. Firstly, we have the CRISPR locus. So locus means the region in the genome that has the repeats and the spacers that I already explained you, that what are repeats and what are spacers. Then the second component is the Cas9. Cas9 is a very important component here. Cas9 is a molecular scissor or the endonuclease or the enzyme that will cut the DNA at the specific targeted location. So this Cas9 protein has the two domains. One is the HNH and another one is the RUBC domain. So here you can see we have the genome. This is the target sequence. This is the target sequence. Target sequence guide RNA has the complementary sequence with the target sequence. So HNH will cut on the target sequence and RUBC will cut in the opposite strand. So that is what is written here, that HNH will cut the complementary DNA strand and RUBC domain will cut the opposite strand. So Cas9 cannot itself locate where to cut. It needs someone to guide where the target is. So we need the guide RNA. We need the guide RNA so that it will guide it, the Cas9, that this is the correct location where you need to cut. This is the correct DNA target. There you can cut. So it needs someone to guide. Now let's talk about the Cas9 guide. So Cas9 का guide कौन है? CRISPR RNA. Now CRISPR RNA or the guide RNA. So this guide RNA has two parts. One is the CRISPR RNA and another one is the tracer RNA. CRISPR RNA is complementary to the target DNA and tracer RNA. So here you can see the structure of the guide RNA. We have the tracer RNA. This blue part is the tracer RNA and this red one is the CRISPR RNA. So CRISPR RNA and the tracer RNA. This tracer RNA will help the Cas9 and the CRISPR RNA complex to cut or to stabilize. So tracer RNA क्या करता है? CRISPR Cas9 complex की activation करेगा and उसको stabilize करेगा. CRISPR RNA क्या करेगा? cRNA, that is the CRISPR RNA, ये complementary होगा target DNA के. So it will help to find and bind the target DNA. Another component is the PAM site. PAM stands for the protospacer adjacent motif. So it's a kind of short DNA sequence which is located immediately next to the target DNA sequence. आपको कैसे पता चलेगा where you need to cut? So you जो भी target sequence होगा उसके बराबर में PAM site होगा. So Cas9 only cuts the DNA if the PAM sequence is there. And in most of the cases this sequence is NGG. Here N can be any nucleotide and G is the guanine. Now let's understand the process, how the genome editing is done. So firstly we have the guide RNA. We will pre-design the guide RNA complementary to our target DNA. So whatever your target is, suppose for example, we'll take an example, sickle cell disease is due to HBB gene. There is a gene known as the HBB gene. When mutation occurs in this gene, that causes the sickle cell disease, right? And due to the sickle cell disease, there is the defective shape of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin shape gets defected. So that is due to the mutation in the HBB gene. So what we will do is we will identify the mutant sequence in the HBB gene, that this is the sequence. Suppose this is the sequence which is mutated in this gene and which is responsible for the sickle cell disease. And then we will design the guide RNA complementary to this sequence, this target sequence. Okay. So we have pre-designed the guide RNA complementary to the target sequence, that with this guide RNA so that it will bind specifically to our target region only. Now, this guide RNA will bind to the Cas9 protein. The second step would be this guide RNA will be binding to the Cas9 protein. This guide RNA Cas9 protein complex known as the CRISPR complex, this complex will enter the blood cells, stem cells of the patient. Suppose from the sickle cell patient, we isolated the bone marrow stem cells, and in those cells we are doing the genome editing. So this the guide RNA we have designed, and this guide RNA will bind to the Cas9 protein, and these this CRISPR complex will enter those blood cells and then it will start searching for the mutant HBB gene. Once it finds the target sequence, as I told you about the PAM site, like जो भी आपका टारगेट सीक्वेंस होगा उसके पास में पैम साइट होगा. पैम साइट से पता चल जाएगा कि हाँ यही वाला हमारा टारगेट सीक्वेंस है, दैट दिस इज आवर टारगेट सीक्वेंस. सो वंस दिस कॉम्प्लेक्स फाइंड्स द टारगेट सीक्वेंस, this Cas9 will cut the DNA at the mutated site. So it will cut the DNA at the mutated site. And this will create a break. A break will be created. A double strand break will be created in that HBB gene. And this break will be repaired by either by the non-homologous end joining or by the homologous joining. Homologous directed repair. So if you want to have a detailed explanation on the non-homologous end joining and the homologous directed repair, you can watch the videos. So I'll provide the link in the description. So अभी के लिए इतना समझ लो, non-homologous में क्या होता है कि जो भी हमारा सीक्वेंस है कैसे भी ब्रेक हुआ है उसको डायरेक्टली वो जोड़ देता है. वो डायरेक्टली जोड़ देगा, चाहे वो सही है चाहे गलत है, तो वो एरर प्रोन होता है. नॉन होमोलोगस वाला उसमें एरर होने का चांसेस होता है, लेकिन जो HDR होता है वो एरर फ्री होता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में लाइक मोस्टली एरर फ्री होता है. सो एक बार ही हमारा रिपेयर हो गया ब्लड सेल्स. अब ये जो हमारे एडिटेड ब्लड सेल्स हैं उनको हम ट्रांसप्लांट कर देंगे बैक इनटू द पेशेंट. अब ये जो नए सेल्स हैं, व्हेन दे विल गो इनसाइड द पेशेंट, दे विल प्रोड्यूस हेल्दी हीमोग्लोबिन एंड दैट विल रिड्यूस द सिकल सेल सिम्टम्स. सिमिलरली आप क्या कर सकते हो, और भी एग्जाम्पल्स ले सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल cystic fibrosis. What happen in cystic fibrosis? We can correct the CFTR gene mutation using the CRISPR in the same way. Then in muscular dystrophy, you can take example, you can repair the dystrophin gene by this genome editing tool, right? So these examples shows us that how the CRISPR is a kind of revolution in the field of medicine and research. So that's all for today. If this video was helpful, then please share it with your friends also, and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates. Thank you and have a great day.